Companies sometimes require payment before an order is complete. For example, a deposit may be needed before an item is manufactured to order, or payment may be necessary before an item is shipped. This demo shows a typical prepayment scenario from setup to final invoicing. Here, 3 team members each handle the part of the order that is relevant to their job using the functions easily available to them on their own role-tailored clients. Phyllis, the accounting manager, is setting up the system to handle prepayments for customers. She has already set up 3 new GL accounts for prepayments and now wants to set up the general posting group to reflect the new GL accounts. Phyllis decides to have the same number series for prepayments as the one used for sales invoicing. In the General Posting Setup window, Phyllis shows the Sales Payment Discount Debit column. To reflect the demo VAT rates, the 3 new GL accounts have to be mapped to the General Posting group. Phyllis sets up GL account 5380 for the National Manufact combination of posting groups to complete the setup for National. Phyllis wants to verify the number series used for sales invoicing. She opens the Sales and Receivables Setup window. Phyllis sets up the program to check if prepayments are required before invoicing. Phyllis wants to set the prepayment percentage default for customer 20,000. She opens the customer card and types 30 in the prepayment percentage field. Phyllis wants to set up a 40% prepayment for customer 20,000 on item 1,100 and a 20% prepayment for all other customers. She does this in the prepayment percentages page. Phyllis has now finished setting up the prepayment default values. Sometime later, Susan, the order processor, creates an order while talking to a customer. The items that the customer orders require a prepayment, and the customer is new. So Susan has been instructed to require a fixed amount of $2,000 as a prepayment on the order. The customer requests to pay only 35%, which Susan can agree to, and therefore she changes the order accordingly. Susan creates the prepayment invoice and sends it to the customer. Susan creates a new order for customer 20,000 and adds 2 order lines for 2 different items. To show prepayment information, she customizes her display by adding 3 prepayment fields. The fields show that customer 20,000 is required to prepay 30% on all items, except for item 1,100, which has a requirement of 40% for customer 20,000. Susan now modifies the sales order so that it has a prepayment amount of 2,000. Susan checks the prepayment percentage field in the Lines Fast tab and can see that it has been recalculated. The customer asked if the prepayment percentage could be fixed at 35%, so Susan changes it to 35% for the whole order as agreed. Susan confirms that her modifications are as expected. After having entered the correct prepayment values on the order, Susan now creates the prepayment invoice and sends it to the customer. The following day, the customer calls Susan and makes changes to the order. The customer would like 2 of item 1,100. Susan reopens the order and updates the order lines as requested by the customer. Susan creates the second prepayment invoice in the same way as she did the first. Now Susan has created her sales order using prepayments. Arnie, who works in the accounts department, has been informed that the items on the order have been shipped and that the order is ready for invoicing. Arnie registers the customer prepayments. Arnie posts the final sales invoice on the order. In real life, the items would have already been shipped, so only the invoice option would be required. By looking at the history, Arnie can verify that the sales invoice was created as intended. Arnie has created a payment receipt and posted the sales order. We've seen how the role-tailored client makes it fast and efficient for various team members to perform the tasks they need to do with regard to prepayments, thus ensuring that the end customer gets good service and that all payments are posted against an invoice. In this case, the accounting manager set up default values, the order processor applied those values to a specific customer, and an accounts receivable administrator did the final invoicing. For more information, contact your Microsoft representative.